Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 12 Week 7 Day 3. So today, hey, they finally fixed the issue with the bans, well, as far as the point system. So if you got banned earlier from the weird mix-up, of course, we ended up not getting our campaign points, or, it was kind of reset all the way down to 0. Same as the ones for the other Christmas event, so now we can actually go claim our loot. And all that seems to be fixed for everyone, except for PlayStation, oddly enough. Though they are getting around to doing that soon, but has been fixed on every platform except for PlayStation. Anyways, aside from that, we do have the return of the Desdaemona's Familiar, which I believe this is the second time it's been around, but anyways, you can still end up getting it. Obviously, we don't have all the copies, so we'll be able to get some more progress on that. But most notably, of course, since they also fixed the point system, that means, you know what we can go do? We can finally go get this bag maxed. Then we need to go get the golden bag. You only need to get one copy of the golden bag. I'm not sure we're going to have enough points as of today, though we're going to be kind of close. And then we can actually go get the power orb. Not like we're missing out on much if we weren't getting the power orb, but hey, at least we'll be able to get it now. Anyways, hope all you guys have been doing wonderful. Hello. Also, I'm not sure why. All of today, I thought it was Thursday and not Wednesday. Like about 2 hours ago, I just realized it's Wednesday. Also, hello Clipbomb, hello Ginky, hello Mary, hello Bill Warhammer, hello Big Chris, hello Genki, hello Desdaemona, hello Clipbomb, hello Daddy Shark, hello Crisp, hello Tyrion, hello Jason, hello Emanator, hello Isabel, hello Jonian, hello Sushi Ninja, and hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, let's go do things. So first things first, let's go do our battles for this, and we'll be able to go get our pets for the holiday thing, and finally go get that max, so we don't need to worry about that. The first pet actually is non-cosmetic, oddly enough, so you will be able to earn it into the future as well as, max it in the future. However, the golden pets, we don't exactly know how that's going to work. This is the first time we've ever had a golden pet, and I think we'll be able to get to it today. If not get to it, we'll definitely be able to, like, visibly see it. But you do want to make sure you pick at least one copy of it. It is purely cosmetic, the golden version of it. However, we have no clue if, when, or how it's coming back in the future. So hello T3, hello YouTube Flame, hello Tyrion, welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, what do we need here? We need double green. Actually, I could just gold. No, I couldn't have because there's 2 left. So hello Logic Slayer, welcome, welcome. How many points are we at right now? Are we at max pet points? We are. Let's go max this pet real quick, and then we'll go do the rest of our battles. So, of course, get this 5 times. We get some copies. We get some more copies. Too bad there's not a multi-buy option. They added to a lot of menus. However, this menu, they did not add such a feature. So we do have to buy it 5 individual times. And now, boom, a golden Crinkles bag. This one is purely cosmetic. I think we can even see that right here. Yes, this pet was awarded as part of the special event, the Crinklemas event 2022, which, you know, what we're doing right now for the rest of the week. However, of course, it has no bonus. It's purely cosmetic. However, we have no clue if, when, how this thing is coming back into the future, if at all. So, yeah, definitely make sure to pick up one copy. You can get it max for 10 bucks, which you could do if you wanted to. There's the option to underneath this thingy. However, I believe it's like 10 bucks for 31, and, you get a bunch of extra points and all that. However, you can also do it for free. You simply just go, buy this pet 5 times, buy it a 6th time once you have enough points, and then you can just use pet orbs onto it into the future, because as long as you have one, you can fully max it out. So you don't really need to worry about it. Anyways, let's go do our other battles. I'm not sure that's going to be enough points. Yeah, it's going to be 120. Yeah, we're going to be slightly short of getting him today, but oh well. Not too big a deal. We'll get him tomorrow. Because we're going to be at, like, what, 170 or something like that? Somewhere around there. Which is ever so slightly short. Let's see. Did you get your campaign stars? Yes. And the Crinklemas points? Yes. I was talking about that earlier during the stream, right at the beginning. But they have indeed fixed all of the point system except for PlayStation for whatever reason. But every single platform other than PlayStation has had the point system completely fixed. And should be back to normal now. And from what I can see, it does seem to be the case. Our campaign points were fully restored. And it seems like we got all the Crinklemas points back. I wasn't sure the exact number, but it was like 400 something. And that seemed like about how much I had before. Because I think it was like 470. And that's how many points it rewarded us. Or, gave us back that we had previously lost. 69. Where's Lester? Oh, there he is. Perfect timing. The 69 is called for Lester. That's really funny. Literally the second we get 69, he shows up. What do we need here? I'll take the blue. Grab the truffle. Unfortunately, a little bit of Reflect there. Luckily, Reflect's honestly not that good. Like, you would think Reflect would be kind of decent because, you know, you're just taking damage back. But there is almost no viable way to apply Reflect currently in Gems of War. Like, it's not a bad mechanic on paper. There's just nothing that applies it at a good enough rate while also doing other things that makes it justifiable. Like, it's pretty much a waste on any team you do because it's too slow to bother with. It's not much of a deterrence. Like, the entire enemy team can have Reflect, and you have an AoE option, and you would still probably click that AoE option. It just isn't enough deterrence with how little damage it does back. Unless they ever add Spell Reflect to the game. We have Skull Reflect, however, we don't have Spell Reflect. The only way you can currently do Spell Reflect is off of the actual effect of Reflect. However, there's no trait that reflects spell damage, like there are traits that reflect skull damage. This could be added into the future, of course, but as it currently stands, there's no mechanic that does so. Also, this is bad because I can't take that brown. Though, after this turn, we should be good to go, because you can just double green, and that's all the damage we need to win. Should be more than enough. And it's still going to be our turn. And we still have full mana. So us being frozen on brown only affected us for one turn there. And we only have one more fight left, and I was actually exactly correct when I said we'd have 170 points. Actually, no, never mind, I lied. 160 points. I was off by 10. I guess I added an extra 1 when I was rounding. But yeah, we'll have 160 points, which means we won't be able to get the golden pet today, but we will tomorrow, if nothing else. So at least we can max the standard pet today, and then we'll go max the golden one tomorrow. Oh, what's he doing? Just creating a bunch of blue? That's fine. I'll take that over. And then from there, we've gotten every important reward. After that point, there is no important reward that we'd have to get. We're probably still going to get the Power Orb, because why not? And if you haven't gotten the Power Orb before, there is an achievement for getting the Power Orb from a holiday event. So if you haven't gotten that for your first time, you might want to consider getting it, just to have the achievement done and not have to worry about it into the future. And honestly, a Power Orb's not that bad of a loot anyways. Of course, later in the game, not as many things to use it on, but if you haven't crafted Zolgoth and Rage Karandera, a second Zolgoth, they're good for those kind of things. Yeah, tomorrow we'll have the golden bag, and then that'll be every unique reward, because all you need to have every unique is 1 winter armor, 1 Chris Crinkle, 5 of the pets, and then the 6th pet to be able to get the golden one. So basically 116 is all you have to get, and technically the Orb of Power if you want to get it. And that's all the unique loot, because everything else that they added in the most recent patch, honestly not that good. Like, all the repeatable ones that you could do at the end just isn't really that worth it. I guess the one that's maybe the most worth it is the Anu, I guess, but I think it's like 700. By the time you get to it, it's like 900 for your first one. So relative to how many gems you have to spend, it's more expensive than just getting the one that's like 500 when it appears over here. It's very rare that it appears over here, but you know, that was already considered possibly not worth it at 500. And to get it from the other event, it's like 700-ish or so, like, especially for your first one. You crafted 4 Zolgoths. That's funny. Anyways, but yeah, there we go. Let's go upgrade our pet. So, of course, we did just finally get this pet thanks to them fixing the scoring. So, let's go max it. This does give Chris Crinkle additional stats. Don't actually use an orb. I hate how that menu is, because it's by default, like, blocking the click to upgrade Mythic. So you have to, like, scroll over in order to not misclick. Because if you do it by the default screen, this is where you would have to click to upgrade it to Mythic. And that's so easy to misclick one of the other 2 orbs. So you have to, like, move it to the side and then click to upgrade to Mythic. Otherwise, you might accidentally click an orb. I'm not sure why by default it isn't, like, moved or something. I don't know, it seems weird. Like, I feel like they could change the dimensions or make it thinner or something so that it fits, like, perfectly right here and then have those over to the side or something. Because it's kind of clunky how it is now because of how hard it is to click the Mythic button. Anyways. Oh yeah, we could go get the green pet food if we have some spares. Why do we have so much spare green, though? Look at these numbers. 374, 463, basically 0, 706, basically 0, and 280. And of course, 1 billion. But why is our green so high? Especially after just using some. We didn't even buy the one from the current event either. Anyways, Chris Kringle pet is now maxed. And you know what? Let's wear it on our shoulder. I like it more than the pickle. Where'd it go? I should have done it while I was on the thing. What's it called? Chris Kringle's bag? So it's probably just Chris Kringle. Yes, Chris Kringle's toy bag. Or technically Crinkle's toy bag. But anyways. How do I equip again? Equip. Yeah, I'll put the golden one there later. Though honestly, I kind of like the festive colors of this one. Don't really need the gold one on our shoulder. We don't even have the costume for it yet. But we will in time. Tomorrow. Anyways. Also we got a orb. I really want to see a pet orb from this at one point. I still have not seen a pet orb from upgrading a pet. It's possible. It would be very funny if it ever occurs. Someone has probably already seen it by now. Anyways, let's go clear all the other things. The main event we have going on today, which I guess we'll go to next, of course, is the pets, the Desdaemona pet that we were mentioning earlier in the stream. I believe this is the second time it's returned. It's been available since the 6.2 patch, which I believe was back in March, February, somewhere around there. But it's been available for almost a year now, like 9-ish months. And it's not really particularly good. It's used for that one anti-Daemon option. And even if Daemons ever became meta, it's just not good in the current state of the game to really justify using it. It gets like a higher damage poke and an extra turn against Daemons, because I think it gets like extra turn on yellow and double damage or something against Daemons. So it gets like double value because a lot of Daemons also use yellow, so kind of has that kind of double overlap. Some of the things I was trying to counter at the time, like Urgolfa, I believe were also in that category. So it was kind of structured to counter those kind of things, but Inferno King, stuff like that. But these days, I don't know, just not that good. There's very, very little need to use on a team, even against 4x Daemons. Anyways, let's go take out the pet. We still need 1.5 billion copies, 24 to be exact. Obviously, we're not getting anywhere near as that many when doing this, so we'll get some progress on it, if nothing else. Hello, Barbara! Welcome, welcome. Hello, Supernova. Who else I miss? Gotta scroll back up. Hello, Ricardo! Hello, Daddy Shark. Hello, Ron. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Clip Bomb. Let's see. That's good to hear that people got the progress back. Yeah, I'm really glad they did that. Otherwise, that would have been a huge mess. But yeah, pretty much everything's back in order. The only thing they haven't fixed is PlayStation 5. Nintendo Switch never had the issue because they never got the patch, so they dodged a bullet there. That'd probably take even longer to fix. But aside from that, yeah, PlayStation 5 is the only thing they haven't fixed. The only other thing they haven't fixed is compensation for it all. Mostly because, you know, people miss like a day, 2 days of progress that they could be doing for other things within the game, which of course is potentially like thousands of gem value, depending on what you were planning on doing on that given day, even just off a tribute alone and stuff like that. So they're still determining what compensation is going to be. It is likely going to be 2 things, something sent in the mail to everyone, as well as probably a vault event. There is high chance they're going to do an extra vault event, maybe for a longer duration, probably early next year, to compensate for what happened, which honestly, that'd be pretty good. We have not had a vault event since that one buff that buffed up the orb rate. Or not the orb rate, but, you know, the loot specifically in orbs. So that'd be great if we actually get an extra vault event, as we still have not had one. I'm actually surprised. I was expecting we'd already have one by now. I know the last time they did a huge rework to vaults, they ended up doing a vault event like literally that next weekend. It was back in a year and a half ago during the summer when they added Nomopalooza. They did a special weekend-long one, and they also had one day where it was like ultra broken, as some of you guys may remember. However, they did an extra 4-day special weekend one that they did like right after the patch, because the patch was on Tuesday and then the event started on Thursday, so almost immediately after. But we didn't really get one for the orbs. I guess technically because orbs aren't directly associated to vaults. However, they're probably well aware that the best way to gain orbs is, of course, doing vault events. Even though they're not directly connected, they're connected enough that they're, you know, a buff to orbs would incentivize wanting a vault event. Because they do kind of correlate to each other. There are a few kingdoms blocked by the lesser doom weapons. Are there? I honestly don't really pay attention because I have every weapon maxed. So I very rarely notice when something's blocked by a doom weapon. But yeah, some of them are pretty tight. Like some of them, like they require 12 weapons and there's like 12 weapons available for the kingdom or something similar. Where you require like literally every weapon or something similar. The only issue with that is some kingdoms, or almost every kingdom, actually literally every kingdom, has a singular $5 money locked weapon. These were free at some point in the past, though you know, newer players and everything else still have to deal with not owning them. And while they don't often block a kingdom upgrade, I think they have ever so occasionally blocked kingdom upgrades. Obviously, into the future, we're going to be getting more weapons for every single kingdom, so if they ever are blocking it slightly, there'll be another one that you can end up getting that won't cost any money. However, they have gotten in the way here and there as far as upgrading kingdoms ever so occasionally. Alright, so we did that. Just double checking that we did all the battles. So that's basically all the main events then. So we can kind of just do whatever. Let's go do some dungeons. Oh no, we already hit the trap. But can we please get upward stairs? You know how unlucky we've been with upward stairs or downward stairs? Finally! I was just talking about don't click stay. Oh, well, you know what video we need to go cover? You know what? I might even cover it tomorrow. because I still haven't finished the Mythic tier list video. So you know what video we might be covering tomorrow or Friday? Because we could finally do it. Floor 20! Oh, that means we get some practice on it too. I don't know, should we go to a different team than our Zul'Goth team? We know the Zul'Goth team is going to work, obviously. I don't know, do I need a coverage team? What do we have? Burn and Jinx. That doesn't hurt us at all. I could test to see if the coverage team would be fine. Let's see, where's the coverage team? Where do I even have the coverage team saved? I'm not sure if I need to tweak the coverage team. And by coverage team, I mean anti-stas effects. There it is. The good old Scourge of Honor build with a billion cleanses behind it. I think this still works on max difficulty. My biggest concern is they have a gigantic amount of durability. But yeah, we finally reached floor 20. You know how long that has taken? This patch came out in September, I want to say. Or August? September? 1 to 2. And we just now got it maxed. It took a while. Definitely took about a couple months. Though I did say it would probably be by the end of the year, and well, we made it by the end of the year. So it did indeed happen. Alright, that amount of damage is depressingly low. However, I'm not sure it's going to actually matter. Because after we cast it a few times... Is there any way to put him in second slot? What are you being blocked by if you get put in second? Because you really need to be put in a location where you're not going to die as easily. Alright, that amount of damage is concerning. That's not quite enough at max difficulty. Like, if you were inflicted with a billion stas effects, it'd probably be fine. My biggest concern is, what if you're stunned? Like, I kind of want to remove Voice of Orpheus, but under the circumstances where you're stunned, like, you kind of have to include it. So, you basically need to replace Scourge of Honor if you're replacing anything. And the problem with that is, I'm not sure you'd want to replace Scourge of Honor. Because he's the main damage source. I think obviously Beatrix is doing some too, but... Because this is for stas effects, when you're afflicted by, like, stun, freeze, you know, all those annoying ones. Silence. And having Voice of Orpheus allows you to make sure you always have coverage for all of them, regardless of what they may be. But then again, oh no, would you ever technically need Voice of Orpheus if... Because if you're stunned, the only other annoying thing you could really be hit with isn't really relevant. I think it's like Curse. What else is on Brown Day? Like, I guess you could go without Voice of Orpheus and then just go for a tank up front, like a true damage first slot tank. It also makes it lower rarity. So we can end up doing this and then replace out for like hero first slot with something. Like one of the explodey weapons or something. Actually, can we do Tome? No, we don't have enough, yeah, we wouldn't have enough to do that. What else would we want here? Is there anything that's immune to... Yes. There's that one immune to silence hero class. What, I forget which one it is. Isn't it Herald or something? Let me double check. But first things first, I need to get a weapon. We just need yellow with into anything. It doesn't block purple. Yellow, blue. Oh no, it's gonna be book. Because yellow, blue is O'Shea's Tome. This was... Oh, you know what? We could do Rope Dart. Hold up. Rope Dart's fun. I can go down the Rope Dart route, I guess. Let's see. Change our class. What's that one I mean to silence one again? Oh yeah, it was Bard. What did I say earlier? But, problem with Bard. Bard doesn't have Barrier on Brown, does it? Do you have natural half mana start? You do. Interesting. But yeah, this is a class with natural 50%. Which is decently relevant. Enchant on green. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go on extra purple. We don't really need extra purple with Thrall. He already has enough purple. If anything, we can actually go minus purple banner. I think this would work. Because I mostly want this for if we get hit by silence. Obviously, that's only relevant on yellow day. But it allows you to have an option. For that short duration until you actually get a extra turn. I think that's fine. Also all yellow allies gain 1 to all stats. That's not going to do anything though. Because unfortunately Scourge of Honor does not use yellow. I don't know, we can kind of do it that way. Also, I'm on double purple. I don't need that much into Thrall. I want actually a green, double green brown, I think. Actually, what's double green minus purple? I can go like green red. I kind of have to, actually, oddly enough, even though that banner did get nerfed. Because the other two are both the weird, war coin blocked ones. But honestly, it wouldn't hurt to go double green yellow. Because that allows you to 2-turn rope dart if you need, or even 1-turn rope dart. You know what, we actually will go down this route then. It does have to use one of those newer banners though. And actually, this one's super new, the mech masters. You know, I was still just gonna show it with this one though. Let's do it like this. I said hello, J Shar. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. So right off the bat, we want to take purple. Oh, maybe I should have given him his extra pluses. The second I get rid of it, he doesn't get full mana. Wonderful. Literally the second I get rid of it on him, he's like, oh, not gonna get mana now. Yeah, this seems fine. You can also go barrier on brown hero class, obviously, and stuff like that. One nice thing about rope dart is if there's ever a super big threat, you can just target them directly. Actually, in which case I should probably be going for him because he has resummon. Not guaranteed resummon, but summon chance nonetheless. I should have taken that purple too, but oh well. Alright, we'll take a purple, grab our manas, and it should be match. Doesn't really matter what he does. Even getting a kill there doesn't make any difference. Yeah, this will be our new coverage team. I'm just gonna run without a way to have Voice of Orpheus and just hope extra turn is enough. The problem with this is you could potentially get a board that doesn't have extra turn for a little while. But more often than not, you are going to get one. And just for the sake of seeing, let's see what our standard triple damage guy does. Of course, I do this on the one that has some immune to fire, which not ideal. Which is funny because the other two I don't believe really had that many options that did. The second I bring out the triple damage burning team is against the one that's has those immune to fires on it. We can always just kill them first. Wait, do you have immune to fire anymore? Oh yeah, they changed it with Pyromania like a while back. Actually, it was only one immune to fire. Oh, why'd I kill you first? I saw it because he has 50% reduction, but it actually would have been better to kill him there. Hey, this team still decimates. That hasn't changed. I don't want to do an Iron Gut build just because there's so many things that have counter to it. Though I guess we could always add Curse to it. Nothing has immune to both. So you could kind of go with, like a standard Delve team. Because most level 500 Delve teams would also work for that mode. And you have access to every color, so you can mix and match whatever you want. Actually, you could even go the Ultra Meta, which is actually available yesterday for the event. You could run, not that one, it's Pure Faction. Also, that was replaced with Elspeth for the event. But yeah, Hiking Iron Gut, Thrall, Zulgoth, Leprechaun. My only concern with this is Hiking Iron Gut, for most people's durability, is going to get 2-shotted. I think we can survive 3 hits. But most people are going to get 2-shotted from that. And given that you don't have all the extra buffs from Underworld, you're probably not going to have enough attack to consistently get Hiking Iron Gut to get a Devour. So I don't feel like you could run Hiking Iron Gut. It's just not going to be as consistent as running just triple damage burn. While there are things that have immune to burn, like it's still going to be fine for it. You just have to run as Dragon Guard so you have the tankiness to not die immediately. It also starts with barrier and everything. Also, Centurion basically is your Iron Gut in that situation, just without a cursor on the team. Anyways, yeah, we'll have to cover a video on that tomorrow or the other day then. Because we finally reached floor 20. You don't really get too much more loot for it, but the diamonds do definitely add up. If we go check our dungeons, you do get an additional whole +1 now. So we're getting 6, 6, 12. So that's a pretty substantial change. We're also getting a little bit extra shards every single day and all that. And of course, if we get a perfect dungeon, we also get slightly more Dragonites whenever we get a perfect under those few rare circumstances where it actually occurs. But hey, it still happens sometimes. Alright, Dragonite we still need a ton more of before we can do anything with. Where's the Vault event so we can go see Dragonite Gnome? I still have not seen a single Dragonite Gnome. Not to be confused with the billion Dragonite Gnomes we've gotten as a drop. Why'd I type in Dragon? Obviously a billion things are going to come up. But we've gotten 13 Dragonite Gnomes, but I have not actually seen a single Dragonite Gnome in the wild yet. That is to change into the future. As it currently stands, we haven't really seen any. Also, gosh, this guy's durability is insane. I have heard that he has over that like damage threshold. Wait, is he actually 0 attack? Wait, wait, wait. Wait, he's 0 attack? Wow, they made him really beefy. Wait, 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 wait. I knew he was above durability. Did they literally make him a 0 attacker? I want to check something. Actually, Gems of War database is probably easier to see this on. I haven't been on Gems of War database for a while. I feel like the list for it is easier to read there. Let's see. Oh, is he not called the Dragonite Gnome? Wait, why is he not here? Oh, has Gems of War database not been updated? I assume that website's still being worked on. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Maybe I just typed it wrong. Oh, hello, Luan. Welcome, welcome. Anyways, let me go find a troop I wanted. Actually, let me just direct search him. Because they added this new quick search a couple weeks ago. Or whenever it was. I noticed it a couple weeks ago. Not sure how long it's actually been here. What was it again? I'm looking for, where's Dragonite Gnome? Yeah, he's just called Dragonite Gnome. Well, yeah, he is base 0 attack. He's base 0. Oh gosh, they made him ultra durable. They even gave him more HP than armor in case like a weird like true damage build ever comes up. But yeah, they literally gave him 0 attack. That's kind of insane. Yeah, they made him really bulky. Like that's as bulky as something you can get. It's really funny. Yeah, they actually literally made him 0 attack. And the way that durability works in the game is it doesn't actually account for your magic stat. It only accounts for your ratio between attack, HP, and armor. So anything that has 0 attack has absurdly high HP and armor. And he has 0 attack. Anyways, let's go on to the code. And then I guess we're opening a bunch of Valkies, as we have finished basically every objective. Hey, and we finally got downward steers, too. So we can finally cover a video on level 20 dungeon teams. But there you guys go. There's a redeem code. Use on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. You're invite. Also, that thing has so many H's in it. Half that code is just H. There's 4 H's in that code. But use it on gemsofwar.com, and for the game code section, your invite code you found in your settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. The one with the billion H's in it. And it gives the same word as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. Anyways, so let's go and open a bunch of Valkies now. I believe that's the only other thing we haven't really done. We've done every main objective. So it is Valky opening time. If I could find where on earth my team is. I don't know. What do we want to run? Probably just Magnesia is fine. Don't need anything fancy. Though I really do want to eventually use the Diamencia, or that one diamond dragon thingy on this. However, we don't have it yet. And we won't for at least a couple of months at this rate. Getting unlucky on it. Yep, no problem for the code, everyone. Oh, hello, Barry. Welcome, welcome. Hey, got the gem drop. Place out the Dragonite we keep having to spend. I wonder when they're going to finally do the update that will allow the Dragon Eggs to be easier to get. Like, specifically targeting them. Because that last Dragon Egg just does not want to drop for us. Like, at all. Like, we're eventually going to get it, but, luck has not been on our side. Well, at least we finally reached floor 20 for the thing. I said we'd probably get it by the end of the year, and hey, a few days before the end of the year, we made it. So my guesstimation was about correct. I also said we'd probably have Diamantia by February. Let's see if that prediction comes correct. At current rate, we could. Though if we miss a few more eggs, we're not going to make it. It's like the first patch of the year is going to allow you to like directly craft them or something. How many Kris Kringle teams do I have? 6 actually. I have 6 Kris Kringle teams. The reason I haven't covered the video is because the whole ban situation thing. Also, I believe his ability hasn't been reverted yet, though it probably will be in about a week or 2. I still plan to cover a video on him. It's just it'll have to wait. Like he won't even be in the drop table anymore by the time we do. However, he will be back about 4 to 6 weeks after the fact. So you will be able to get him after the fact pretty easily, of course. Or maybe not pretty easily, but he will be in drop table 4 to 6 weeks after the fact. So even after this event ends, you will be able to earn him into the future, even if you get no copies from him from this current event. Though it is advised to buy him at least once, just so you don't have to. However, even if you don't, he will be available in the future. The only two things that are undetermined on if, when, or how it's going to come back into the game is the armor and the golden pet. But anything that ever has stats on it always comes back about 4 to 6 weeks after the fact, generally speaking. There are very few exceptions to that, as far as like troops and pets are concerned. Because he'll be in the Glory Gem Guild and VIP chest drop table definitely by the March's Mythic. Potentially even by February's Mythic, depending on how the cycle runs. Because it might be 1 week later, which is why I say the March one. Because, oh gosh. They basically extended the event by 1 week. Not because of what ended up happening, but in the most recent patch, they essentially added a grace week period where the event doesn't occur, but you can spend the points from the event. This is currently the first holiday event that has had this grace period, but you're not allowed to earn any points during... Oh gosh, we're getting a lot of forging. But you're not able to earn any points during that 1 week period, but you're able to spend any of the points that you had previously accumulated. Which a lot of free-to-play games have that mechanic, where if there's an event currency that will be gone forever, they normally give like an extra week or something to go spend all that event currency. Yeah, that's basically what they did. Got an orb of ingots. KK is vanishing after the holidays? No, he'll still be available. He'll be in the drop table by March. Probably even like late February. Though the reason I say March is generally, if you're opening Glory Gem Guild or VIP chest, you're normally doing it when a new Mythic comes out. And given the cycle that's on, it probably won't happen. It probably won't have synergy until the March's Mythic, rather than the February Mythic. How come you didn't respond to your Merry Christmas DM? Did I not? I thought I did. I'm pretty sure I did. I probably just responded only with Merry Christmas, though. Rather than, like, a image or anything. I don't have a reserve of, holiday messages. I just do the standard greetings. I'll take that one. You also said I'd hit 1,800 by the end of the year. I said I would try to hit level 1,800 by the end of the year. I never said we'd be successful at it. Because we weren't last year either. Or, last year was the first year ever. Last year was the first year ever where we didn't gain 100 levels within a year. Because we were like level 1,690 by the end of the year or something similar. And this year around, we're even shorter than that. We're going to be like 15 levels short. Whereas last year we were like 10 levels short. This like seems funny now after the ban issues. I know, that's exactly why we weren't able to get level 1,800. We were banned for like 1.5 days, and that definitely made the difference. Oh gosh, we just got another one of those. In that 1.5 days, we could have farmed literally every single second to have gotten that level. So that is the exact reason why we didn't hit it. We could have farmed literally every second of the time we were banned to get level 1,800. And if we would have been level 1,800. So that is the exact reason why we didn't reach it this year. And not any other reason. Because that is about how long it would take, like 30-something hours of non-stop XP grinding. Ooh, bigger orb. Oh, major purple. It feels weird being disappointed by major purple. Like, major purple, honestly, is, like, still one of the better orbs. I just have so many resources to get new mythics that it doesn't seem as good. Because major purple's still insane. It's the equivalent of, like, what, 75 gem keys or something? Like, that's still insanely good loot. Yeah, it is 75 gem keys, because it gives you 1,500 seals. Each seal key or guild key is, 20 points, or 20 seals. And it comes out to 75 keys. How can you get Ironhawk, being a newbie? Wait until it comes into Soulforge and then spend 4,000 diamonds on it. Would be your easiest way of getting it. The really good team with him does require 2 Ironhawks, though, is the only problem. So technically you need like 8,000 diamonds. Because you need anything with Empower followed by Dust Devil. Or ideally, what's her name? Sister Superior. No, not Sister Superior. Why do I always forget her name? The one green, yellow, 6 mana cost Empower troop. Why do I forget her name? But that troop followed by Dust Devil followed by double Ironhawk is the better build for it. Because there isn't too many things you could do with 1 Ironhawk, surprisingly. He's one of those really weird mythics where it's almost useless with 1, but like really broken with 2. Because there isn't too much value that can be gotten from a single Ironhawk. It has like the inverse Fairish Raw problem. Fairish Raw is like really good with 1, but doesn't get as much value from having a second. Whereas Ironhawk is like the exact opposite from a resource perspective, where it gets pretty much no benefit from 1, but like infinite benefit from having 2. And there's some rare circumstances where you can use 3. Though a bit less so now that we have that super ultra tanky new gnome that they just added. Luckily, his drop rate is so low that it shouldn't really get in the way of things too much. I believe someone mentioned earlier he has over 25 durability on level 1, which would be very annoying if he does. I would assume it's under that threshold, but there is a chance he has enough. It's not too big a deal because basically like whenever you have a mythic fight, because you're realistically not going to see him more than like 3 times within 15 minutes. That's still going to slow you down by like at least a few battles worth of time. Because you're at least going to lose like 10 seconds every time you see him if he doesn't get one-shotted. Which that's like almost 3 battles worth of loot. Well, it's kind of worth it if you're getting Dragonite in its place. The only problem is Dragonite is one of those weird resources that eventually becomes very useless. Wait, about 35 durability? Really? Well, that means you could double cast on him then. Because that means the second cast will have enough damage to kill. Because with double Ironhawk, you're doing at least 10 damage on your second cast. And even if that wasn't the case, you could just go down the Dust Devil route and do 15 damage. Yeah, I'm not sure why Nintendo Switch version doesn't have a exclusive pet. It's really weird, the platforms that they only have it available for. It's only available on Steam, Xbox, and Android. Which means there's no exclusive pet for Apple, PlayStation, nor Switch. Like, only half the platforms have a exclusive pet, and the other half don't. Oh, what do we need here? Oh, I'll take the little bit of damage there. I'll take our little bit of red. Also, next year, I really want to catch up on the backlog of games I have not played. We're going to be playing a lot of different games next year. Because I was looking at just like how big the backlog is of things I want to get around to. That we should really start getting around to some of it. Because the list is starting to get very long. Picked up a couple of them in the most recent Steam sale too that they have going on. I think it's like their end of year Steam sale. Or I guess it's actually still the Christmas one potentially still going on. overlapping for both. Hello, Nightmare. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, diamonds is one of those resources you earn pretty slowly over time. If nothing else, if they are going to be doing a extra vault event soon, you can actually farm diamonds infinitely from a vault event. The rate isn't, like, insanely good, but of course, one of the loot that you get from a vault event are vault keys, and vault keys do drop diamonds. All three of the gnomes have a 2 and 5 drop for diamonds, and Cedric has a 50 drop that at max difficulty gives 60. Which is not like a huge amount, but it definitely adds up. And like right there's a little diamond. 2 of them. But they add up over time. You went over 1,000 games between all of those? Oh gosh. Actually, I need to figure out what my epic password even is. I use it so little that it, like, unlogged me in, but it doesn't have autosave for the password, and I honestly completely forget what it even is. Though, realistically, I only have 1 game trapped there. And it was the beta for Darkest Dungeon 2, which I'm probably just buying on Steam anyways when it releases, so... I really have, like, no need to ever use Epic. I never really cared for the launcher anyways. Like, it seems so feature incomplete compared to Steam. Even though I don't use most of the features on Steam, it's nice to have them. You went into Epic for the first time ever just to get Death Stranding, or after a while? Yeah, the first time that ever got me was Darkest Dungeon 2. And to this day, that is still the only game I've ever played specifically through the launcher. I grabbed a few other for free, you know, when they, like, popped up here and there. But as far as actually playing a game through the Epic launcher, Darkest Dungeon 2 is the only one I ever have. And I believe that's releasing on Steam early next year, so I won't even need it for that anymore. So I haven't played that game since, like, an hour... I almost said hour and a half. I mean, a year and a half ago. We played it when it launched, and then like a month or 2 after, and I haven't played it since. I'm not sure if they fixed it, but my main issue with Darkest Dungeon 2 compared to Darkest Dungeon 1 is the time investment for playing a run. Like in Darkest Dungeon 1, if you wanted to go like complete out a quick dungeon, like you're talking like 10 minutes. You want to do a run in like Darkest Dungeon 2, unless they've tweaked it, you're talking like 3 to 5 hours. Unless you're, like, rushing through it, in which case maybe an hour or 2. But, like, the runtime was just so ridiculously long. Though they may have tweaked that with patches. I'm not sure. For cheap dungeon, cleanse team for the new players. You could do Justice to cleanse all allies, or Blade of Justice. Yeah, there are a couple hero weapons that have access to quick cleanse. One of the cheapest things you could do as a newer player is using... Gosh, why do I keep forgetting her name? That 6 mana cost green-yellow. Because she cleanses all allies with Empower. So it's a really good cheap option to do it. She's only a rare. She has Empower Cleanse, it's turn 1. Obviously you don't normally need it on turn 1, but you have access to it on turn 1. So it's a really cheap option to get Cleanse. The only problem is, I'm not sure she has immune to silence. So if you are in Yellow Day, you won't be countered, or you would be countered on that. Which is one nice thing about Beatrix. Because the only thing that counters her is Stun Day. However, on a Stun Day, which is on Brown Day, which is on Thursday, not to be confused with Sunday, because it keeps saying Stun Day, which is not to be confused with Sunday. But on Stun Day, you don't really need to worry about any other, like, super annoying effects. So as long as you don't have good traits, which most teams don't really need their traits to function, like, you don't need to cleanse off stun. Yeah, Sister Superior. Why do I always keep forgetting her name? Yeah, we will be doing Darkest Dungeon 2 again. We'll be doing it when it launches on Steam. I don't know, I think there's an official release date, right? Sometime soon. Let's see. Steam. Steam. Store. Darkest Dungeon 2. Release date. Q2 2023. So no official date. But yeah, Q2 2023 it'll be on Steam. And it'll finally be off of Epic Games Store. Well, it'll still be on Epic Games Store, but you know, you'll be able to get it on Steam. So that probably means, like, I want to say April, probably. So no official date, just Q2. But they're probably aiming for April or May. But it was pretty good. The runs just seemed way too long, though. Though they could have made tweaks to that. I also don't feel like the harder modes were balanced too well. Because there were some times where RNG would just auto-kill you and there was nothing you could do about it. I'm pretty sure they've balanced RNG a little bit more. But there were runs that were quite literally, like, near impossible to win. If you got ultra bad luck. It was because there was, like, no torch runs where within a single battle you could fight, like, the boss that would just, like, auto-end your entire team. Because if you had literally 0 prep and bad perks, it would just, like, kill you instantly. Like, there was no counterplay to it. You would just occasionally die to pure RNG. Like, hopefully they have at least, like, a few room buffers so you can actually get, like, some prep done before you just get obliterated. What was your level when you last played Gems of War on Switch? I have no clue. I want to say almost 1,000 or around 1,000. Because I think we power grinded for 1,000 within a month. I can't remember if we ever completed getting to 1,000. We either got really close or past it. But yeah, I have seen you've been playing the Nintendo Switch version of Gems of War. How has it been? It's basically what Gems of War was 9 months ago. Which at this point would be, what, March of this year? And they have every patch except the most recent patch that did the orbs. The orb buff. Besides from that, I believe they have every other major patch. Like, the patches are normally only a few months behind, but the actual amount of content that's in the game, like as far as troops, weapons, hero classes, kingdoms, are normally 9 months behind. It follows a very weird system. Oh, why'd I do that? We already had mana. It's been interesting. I don't know, I had a lot of fun when I was playing it. Like, we had about a month of good fun from it. But it just felt weird because it was so far behind, like, every other platform. It made me eventually just stop playing it. Obviously, we still played a normal version of Gems of War. Why did you start a Switch profile? Oh, never mind. You're asking Isabel. When's the next Vault event? We don't have any official date as to when the next Vault event is. I would love to know that, too. They're likely doing a special surprise one for compensation. Well, this won't really be much of a surprise. But they're likely doing one as compensation for the banning that happens. Or, you know, the whole issue that was happening the other week. So they're probably going to have one for that. The other thing is, we don't actually know when the next scheduled one is. It was originally supposed to be January 13th. But it got moved to an undisclosed time. So, yeah, we just don't really know. We'll probably have info on that within the next week or two. But as of currently, we don't actually know when the next Vault events are. Which normally we do. But it's a weird circumstance where we actually don't know when they are. Is Pokemon needs home and you're frustrated? Wait, frustrated with what? Oh, you mean the most recent Pokemon game? Yeah, the most recent Pokemon game definitely needs home. It's probably getting it by Pokemon Day, which is March something. So by March it should have it. Probably even earlier than that. I don't think we're going to get the DLC by then, but we're definitely going to get home access by then. Actually, now that I think about it, they have the special Cinderace event going on tomorrow. I think it's the first time ever you can catch them in any ball. Because in Sword and Shield you weren't able to. Well, I might need to stream that game again soon. Maybe we'll stream trying to catch the little Cinderace as a shiny. And by that I mean breeding a billion eggs. The only problem is that's not too interesting to watch. Is the only problem with that. Though it's something we would probably be doing anyways. Might as well stream it. That'd be something good to do alongside Gems of War. The only problem is it's really annoying to do it simultaneously in that game. I much preferred the way it was in Sword and Shield. Because I personally find it a lot clunkier in the newer game. I'll take that one over. They also plan on finally getting down the backlog of games next year. They will start needing to do a poll for which ones interest people the most as far as next game to do. Although I think Hollow Knight might be the next one we do. Though I was considering a turn-based one. Because the only problem with Hollow Knight is it's a genre. Well, the premise of the game will probably be one I like a lot. Like, I'm generally not big on platformers. Like, I don't hate platforming games. It's just not a genre I play too often. Aside from Fall Guys and like the occasional Mario game, there's almost like no platformer I even play. Though it is a Metroidvania. I haven't played too many Metroidvanias either. Though one of the Metroidvanias I've played the most is actually an indie game called Unepic. And it's actually the reason I even found Gems of War in the first place, which is really funny. Because one of my friends from who's playing Unepic ended up playing Gems of War, and we played together. And it's like, oh, well, here we go. Found this game. So what's kind of funny is I may have never actually found Gems of War if it wasn't for that other Metroidvania game. That'll probably be the first new game we play of next year. I kind of want to start having like a schedule where we start doing like one every, like maybe like 2 a month, 3 a month, 4 a month. Maybe not 4 a month, because that means we'd have to do one every single week. But I want to try doing like 1 or 2 new games a month. I feel like we kind of stopped doing that for a while, and I kind of want to bring it back. We're probably starting with Hollow Knight next year. That way I can also see other people's playthroughs, like gen keys. Because I have avoided literally every spoiler possible for Hollow Knight. As well as for many of the games that we'd be playing. Because I've been wanting to get around to Inscription because it pretty much looks like a alternative version. Like, it looks like basically like an escape room version of Slay the Spire, which is pretty cool. I want to get around to that Death's Door game, mostly because Bird. It's one of those games that will probably last like literally just one stream. But has a cute bird, so I want to play it. Also, we got a skin in Fall Guys. Might as well play his actual game. Go play Hollow Knight and show Genki how it's done. Oh, yeah, how long did it take you, Genki, to finish the game? Because I'm actually not sure how long it would take. I assume it can be done in 1 weekend. Like, most of the games on my backlog are a 1 weekend kind of game. Though some of them might take a little bit longer. For example, I think Breath of the Wild is going to take longer than 1 weekend. Well, it depends how much completion we want to get done. I think if we rush through the game, it can be done in a weekend. But, you know, if you take your time in that game, it's going to take like a week, if not longer, to do Breath of the Wild. Mario Odyssey I've been wanting to play too if we're going to be doing a bunch of platformers. I still never got around to that game. And I think that one's closer to like 20-ish hours, so that could probably be done in 1 weekend. Is anything around like the 20-ish mark? This is like 2 to 10-hour streams then. It's normally RPGs that take a lot longer. Like, for example, if we ever play, because the second version of it's coming out next year, if we ever play Octopath Traveler, I think that's going to be like a 50, 60-hour game or something. And it's getting a sequel sometime next year. I'm not sure we're going to be playing it immediately when it comes out. Kind of like what we did with Triangle Strategy, where we didn't bother playing it until like, what, 2 months after it came out or something? We eventually did get around to it. Yeah, I do need to start making more of mine into playlists. You're going to at least 40 hours, maybe more like 60. Is it that long? That's like RPG length. Actually, you know what game we should probably play on the channel too if we're going to do Hollow Knight? Even though I've played through most of it already, I never actually did do a full playthrough of it. Unepic, because that was the game that made me even find Gems of War in the first place. The reason why I have so much time in that game but have never actually completed it is mostly because I was playing the multiplayer side. Not the single player side. Unfortunately, there's not enough player base anymore to even play the multiplayer side of Unepic anymore, I'm pretty sure. But I never actually did finish the single player campaign of Unepic, just because I played multiplayer so much on it. Because it's one of those few rare situations where Metroidvania was a multiplayer game. Metroidvania is a genre that is almost exclusively single player. So it was nice to see a spin on it that could actually be multiplayer as well. Octopath Traveler is depressing. Is it? I've heard a lot of good things about it from some friends. I just never got around to it. It's definitely one of those like hardcore RPGs though. Where if you're not like a big RPG fan, you're probably not gonna like it. Like it has pretty, from what I can tell, it has pretty similar vibes to what Triangle Strategy would have been. I really enjoyed Triangle Strategy. I do feel like it was way too pricey for what it was though. But the art style and story and everything is pretty good. I also had multiple endings. I never bothered playing through them all. Because it had like the art style of Octopath Traveler, but the over-convoluted multiple path system and gameplay of like 3 Houses. Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I would still say Fire Emblem 3 Houses is a better game though. But for a smaller project, it was pretty good. Yeah, we still need to go play the whole entire Orcs Must Die series. I've been meaning to get around to playing Orcs Must Die 3 at some point. I have 1 and 2, and I played through most of 1 and 2. That was ages ago to such a degree where if I played it fresh, I'd probably barely remember it. I never did play the 3rd, and the main reason for that, it was originally a Stadia exclusive. Remember that one service that like died like within years? Probably even less than that, but they still kept the servers up. But I think they officially fully died recently. But yeah, it was originally a Stadia exclusive, so I never got around to it. It's been on Steam for like a year now, but because it was Stadia exclusive for so long, I kind of forgot it existed. Just never got around to it. Oh, I saw the word orc in your comment, and I read it as that. I didn't actually read the rest of the thing. Bring back the Ring Fit Adventure? That would be kind of funny. I still have not finished a playthrough of Ring Fit Adventure. I got like halfway once, and then we like started again, and then like ended the series. But I have still not actually finished Ring Fit Adventure. That would be a funny one to bring back. The problem with Ring Fit Adventure is I feel like, from a searchability standpoint on YouTube, it is going to tank our rating. Because barely anyone's going to watch, and we have to do 1 billion streams of it. Because it's not like a game where we can do like 3 streams and it's done. Ring Fit Adventure, to finish it, is going to be like 50 streams. Many of which will have like maybe 100 views. And I feel like how YouTube analytics work will like completely tank it. Is my only concern with ever bringing back Ring Fit Adventure. For like a prolonged amount of time. Because you can't just do like 8-hour streams of it, 10-hour streams. Like you'll be lucky to go 2 hours before getting tired. Because you're literally just exercising the whole time. It has to be split up into way too many parts compared to how we'd normally cover a game that isn't Gems of War. It's called Ring Squats Adventure. Honestly, if it wasn't for how many squats they make you do, I probably would have already finished the game ages ago. I am just not a fan of squats. And the actual number of squats you have to do to complete the game on an average playthrough is probably like 50,000. And I don't even think that's an exaggeration. I'm pretty sure you have to do like 20,000 to 50,000 squats. And that's without doing moves that would require you to squat. That's just like the natural requirement. And if you do moves that require you to squat more often, it's going to be even higher than that. Like, obviously, across a long period of time, that's not that bad. But I don't even think I've done 50,000 squats in my entire life. Let alone for one playthrough of one game. It's a lot of them. Like, their squat to non-squat ratio is just really high. And I'm not sure why they made it like that. Like a lot of times it's not even optional to do like a different one for a lot of the things. Because at the end of every course you have to squat. For every single chest you have to squat. There are about like 20 different moves in the game where you have to squat. Out of like the couple hundred they have or however many it is. Because there's a lot of different versions of squats. And a lot of times, because they're like your best option, you have to use them. Unless you want to take battles even slower. There's a lot of points in the game. Well, you do get to customize like what exercises you get to use. You generally have a rotating system of what your strongest option is at any given time is generally something different. Until you get like way later in the game. Like what your best option is always changing what exercise it is. Which is to try to encourage you to, you know, like do a higher variety of exercising. However, this has the downside of putting even more squats into a squat heavy game. Maybe New Year YouTube would be full Ring Fit Adventure stuff since you know every year thing. Yeah, we could do that. Bring back Ring Fit Adventure for like 1 week as a exercise goal, and then as like every exercise goal literally ended after a week. Or like every day for a week we do Ring Fit Adventure, then not touch it for like another year. That sounds like how it would go down. Play Ring Fit Adventure and call it Gyms of War. That actually would be a funny premise for a game. Take like the premise of Ring Fit Adventure and then take the premise of like Pokemon and then you literally have like gym challenges. And you still have like creatures like you do in Ring Fit Adventure. But instead of them being your enemy, you are also using them and they're your enemy. And you have to do exercises as moves. Because honestly, Ring Fit Adventure, premise-wise, is really good. Like, it's a really solid game. And I feel like they could expand upon it into the future to other things. Hey, we got a Volky in our Volky. Actually, it is the highest-selling physical game, I believe, on Nintendo Switch. It's like their 8th or 9th most sold game. It's probably going to go down soon because Scarlet and Violet's going to pass them. Actually, I think it already has. But, as far as physical only, it is sold actually, like, insanely well. Not as much as, like, the Wii's version of it. Like that one fitness game that was on the Wii, with, like, the Wii Trainer or whatever it was. It's still sold really high. I wish they would have added more multiplayer components. I feel like that was one thing that was kind of lacking from the game. Hey, an epic Volky. Ooh, nice. And a big orb. Oh, we got our power. Unfortunately, that's not really too relevant, but that's still a pretty cool drop. A power orb with an epic Volky. I'll take it. But yeah, I feel like they could add more multiplayer things in Ring Fit Adventure, because even though I haven't actually completed the campaign, once you do finish the campaign, I assume there wouldn't be like too much left to do with the game. Unless you just want to play like, you know, just replay like a bunch of exercises. But as far as like the main motivating like progression system, I feel like there wouldn't really be much without like a multiplayer component. I almost just updated the wrong orb. That is an ingot. Also, we have no power tracker. But it's mostly because I was only tracking the new orbs. I think that's our 3rd or 4th power since we've been opening these like crazy. Not counting the 3 we got that one weekend when we did 1,000. Prior to the actual update. Oh yeah, we already had enough keys. There we go. Oh, there we go, perfect. We opened 100 keys today. Particularly like 102 or 103. Do epic vault keys give notably better loot nowadays? Kind of. The main reason I've been hoarding them is in case they ever add specific new loot to them. But as far as vault keys are concerned, or epic vault keys I mean, they're on average about 3 times the loot of a normal vault key. Like if you get 1 orb, I think you get like 2 or 3 instead. If you would normally get 250 gems, it's 750 gems, which actually goes to 900 gems, which is pretty cool. Which, have I even seen a 900 gem drop in game? I can't remember. It's very rare, similar to how the 250, which is the 300 gem drop, is in normal vault keys. But there is a 750 gem drop in epic vault keys that can become a 900 gem drop I believe it is the single biggest gem drop in the entirety of Gems of War that isn't as a result of money, where you can earn 900 gems all simultaneously. Actually, that's not true. First and second place on Guild Wars leaderboard is 1,500 and 1,000 gems, but not counting Guild Wars, in which only like 2 guilds end up getting to participate in that. Epic Vault keys, if you had enough Epic Vault keys, you could just randomly get a 900 gem drop. It's pretty insane. I don't believe I've ever gotten it, though. We've gotten the 300 one, obviously, a lot of times, the 250 that boosts to 300. But never the 750 that boosts to 900, I don't believe. Anyways, guys, we're going to be back tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow. I guess next video we'll be covering, well, 2 videos. Obviously, we're still planning to get that Mythic video out before the end of the year. However, next one is probably going to be on dungeons. Now that we finally hit floor level 20, we can finally cover the team for running level 20 dungeon teams, which we kind of already do what we're going to be showing for the video. The main reason I haven't done it yet is just because I wanted to wait until we actually have floor 20. So we're probably not doing dungeons tomorrow night, and we'll just cover a video where we do 3 of the battles and be good to go. Let's just hope we don't fail on them, because we only get 1 try. But yeah, we'll record the video for that tomorrow. And with 3 different teams as kind of show for it. Most of you guys probably already know what they are, at least 2 of them anyways. Third team, you won't know what it's going to be yet. But I'm just going to be showing the Cleanse team, the standard Zolgoth team, and one other surprise one that I'll end up showing for that, as far as what can be ran at that level range. Realistically, anything that you run for, like, Underworld, you can kind of run, with the one exception being Iron Gut, just because you don't have the attack value. So you can't get, like, the consistent Devour, so you can't go the Iron Gut route, unfortunately. But a lot of the other same strategies still end up working, though. Anyways, guys, have a wonderful week. Stay warm out there. Catch you guys soon. New Year's right around the corner. A couple days to go. And I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching.